If tax season makes you want to completely avoid looking at your numbers, you are not alone. The truth is, taxes usually don't feel stressful because they're complicated. They feel stressful because our finances aren't organized before we start. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to organize your business finances for tax season so that when it's time to file, everything is already in one place. No scrambling for receipts, no guessing on numbers, and no last minute panic. If we haven't met yet before, hey, I'm Heather. I'm a photographer and I also teach small business owners how to organize and understand their numbers so they can run their business with more confidence. And every year around tax season, I see the same thing happen. Business owners start digging through old emails, random receipts, multiple bank accounts, and spreadsheets they haven't opened in months. Not because they're irresponsible, but because no one ever showed them a simple system. So today I want to walk you through 4 steps that will help you organize everything your accountant needs. Step 1 is to separate your business accounts. The first step is making sure your business finances are separate from your personal finances. If you're running your business from the same account you use for groceries, gas, and household bills, tax season is automatically going to feel harder because now you have to sort through every single transaction, trying to remember what was business and what wasn't. Instead, your business should ideally have a dedicated business checking account, a business credit card, optional but helpful, and that way every transaction in those accounts is already business related, which makes organizing your expenses dramatically easier. Step 2 is categorize those expenses. Once your transactions are separated, and the next step is categorizing your expenses. This simply means assigning each expense to a business category like advertising and marketing, software and subscriptions, education, equipment, office expenses, travel. These categories are important because they're what your accountant uses to determine your tax deductions. You can do this using an accounting software, a spreadsheet, or sometimes your CRM offers financial tracking as well. The goal is that when tax season arrives, you can quickly see how much you spent in each category for the entire year. Step 3 is review your income. The next step is making sure you have a clear picture of your total income. This includes client payments, digital product sales, affiliate income, sponsorships, any other money your business earned. And if you use a CRM or invoicing system, this part is usually easier because it tracks payments automatically. But if you're collecting payments from multiple places, this is the time to make sure everything is accounted for because your accountant will need your total business income for the year. And step 4 is gather your documents. The final step is gathering the documents your accountant will likely request. Some of the most common ones include your bank statements, credit card statements, any 1099 forms you received, your expense categories or reports that you organize, and potentially receipts for larger purchases. Once these are organized in one place, whether that's a folder on your computer or a shared folder with your accountant, tax season becomes much more straightforward. Now, before we keep going, I want to mention that this video is brought to you by my free guide called 15 Business Tax Category Breakdowns. One of the things photographers struggle with most when they start preparing for tax season is figuring out how to categorize your expenses and income correctly. Inside this guide, I break down 15 common business tax categories photographers use, along with examples of the types of purchases that typically fall into each one. So if you've ever found yourself staring at a transaction wondering, wait, where does this actually go? This guide will help make that much clearer. You can download it for free using the link in the description below. All right, let's get back to it. Now, here is the big, huge mindset shift I want you to remember. Organizing your finances for tax season isn't something you should only do in March or April. It's something that becomes 10 times easier when it's part of your routine throughout the year. Even something simple as reviewing your transactions once a month can save you hours of stress when tax season arrives. If you're watching this and realizing your numbers aren't organized yet, take a deep breath. You're not behind. You're just at the point where you're finally deciding to create a system, and that right there deserves a round of applause. Now, once that system exists, tax season becomes something you prepare for, not something you panic through. If this video helps simplify the process for you, I'd love to know in the comments, what part of organizing your finances feels the most overwhelming right now? And if you want more practical strategies for understanding your numbers and building a business that actually supports your life, make sure you subscribe, because the more organized your finances are, the more confident you'll feel making decisions in your business. Thanks so much for joining, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.